You want to find your Ikigai? In this video, I'm going to help you to find your life's purpose through this ancient Japanese method. What gets you out of bed in the morning? That is, what do you get up all excited about? That would be your Ikigai. Another way of saying it is, what is your life's purpose? That's kind of a hard thing to think about, isn't it? It's sort of like, oh my gosh, what really does get me out of bed? Do I have a life's purpose? Sometimes it's easier just to focus on just getting up out of the bed. Forget a life's purpose. However, if you are making serious changes in your own life, if you are reinventing yourself, you need to have that life's purpose. You need to have a reason to get out of bed. You need joy, fulfillment, and purpose. I'm going to give you a free resource. Stay tuned. Questions that you need to be asking yourself are, what is it that I love? What is it that I'm good at? What does the world need? And what have I been rewarded for? That will help you find your Ikigai. If you are able to answer any of these questions, any one of these 4 questions already, then in the comments below, please type in Ikigai, which is Ikigai. Ikigai. Ikigai is an ancient Japanese method for finding your life's purpose. Iki means life and gai means value. What gives your life value? In fact, Japanese who use this method to find their life's value usually live longer, healthier lives. They're more satisfied and have less stress. Who wouldn't want to find their Ikigai? But I have to warn you that it is not an easy thing to find. I would love to give you a fill-in-the-blank sheet and then have you say, oh, I know my life's purpose. It is a method of following and experimenting and trying new things until something clicks. Finding your Ikigai will take courage, determination, and a lot of self-reflection. Basically, Ikigai can help you find what makes each day exciting enough to jump up and say, I can't believe I get to do this. I recently did a video about Ikigai, just kind of give the basics of it, and you can catch that video here. And I feel like I really need to explain it further, and I'm more and more fascinated the more I learn about Ikigai. There are 4 parts to Ikigai, and the first one is, what is it that you love? In other words, what is it that you maybe find yourself doing that you get into what's called a flow state? That is, time just flies. You don't have a concept of time. And it could be anything. It could be baking cakes. It could be reading. It could be golfing. It might be a part of your job. It might be a hobby. It might be something else. Taking care of kids could be what you love. It's just something that you love to do, and time passes and you live in the moment when you're doing something you love. The second thing is, what are you good at? That's sort of that's poor grammar. What do you do well? Maybe a better thing. Anyway, things that you're good at do not have to be a job. You could be good at listening. You could be good at riding a bike. You could be good at taking care of people. It could be something that you know you're good at, other people know you're good at. In other words, if somebody's asked to do something, somebody needs to cut the grass in the family. Amelia, you did the best job cutting the grass, which is actually not true. But anyway, that's what you are good at doing. You could be good at parenting. You could be good at finding lost things. What do you do well? And what does the world need? And that's all this huge sort of amorphous kind of thing. What does the world need? I mean, it sounds like a political slogan. What do you get passionate when it comes to the world? I'm thinking, for me, a lot of the times what I get passionate about is things like environmental issues. I'm also passionate about helping people who've been in the situation of human trafficking. But it doesn't have to be this huge, it's huge world thing. You might see a video on YouTube or something that shows some dog or some pet who's been abused and they've saved it or something, and your heart just bleeds. That may be what the world needs. Or maybe it's something just as simple as providing a safe place for neighborhood kids to play. Maybe it's not this worldwide issue, but it's something local that the world needs, and that just kind of hits your heart or gives you a gut feeling or makes you want to do something about it. The last thing is, what have you been rewarded for, or what are you being rewarded for? Most of the things that I've read and looked at say it's about money, but I think it's more than just money, because money, yes, but it can also be some awards or accolades, which can lead you to get money, especially if an award is a monetary award. Also, maybe if you have received some kind of promotion, I want to say a power upgrade, but that is not right, or given some kind of authority, in which can lead to other monetary rewards. So what have you been rewarded for, and what do you continue to be rewarded for? Now, you may have already discovered one or more of these. Most of us who've not discovered their Ikigai have not found the combination of all four. In other words, if you are doing something well and you're being rewarded for it, that is your profession. However, you might find yourself comfortable but bored and empty. I can relate to that. Passion is where you love what you do and you are good at it. A lot of times I see videos on YouTube about finding your passion, but that's just one part of the equation. You can find yourself satisfied yet feeling useless. When what the world needs and what you love meet, that is your mission. But you can be delighted and fulfilled, but broke. Maybe that's kind of what I am doing right now. Now, your vocation is when you're being rewarded for doing something that the world needs. You find yourself entertained and purposeful, but still unfulfilled. You want all of these things to intersect. You want your passion and your mission and your vocation and your profession to all come together. And when you find that intersection of all four of these, what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, what you're rewarded for, then that is your Ikigai, and you should be able to fill it in with one blank. In other words, it's more of a verb than a actual thing. Does that make sense? In other words, one of the people that I heard on YouTube said, oh, my Ikigai is to delight. Somebody else might have an Ikigai is to love or to inspire or to dream. Whatever it is, when all those four come together and you find your Ikigai, that is what you need to focus in on. And the question you should be asking yourself in everything that you're doing, does this fulfill my Ikigai, my life's purpose? Another thing you need to remember that your Ikigai can change over time. So if you find yourself, well, I was really happy, I was getting out of bed every morning, but now I'm feeling kind of unfulfilled, then maybe your Ikigai has changed and you need to go back to the drawing board and really look at all those four things that I've talked about and figure out what has changed and learn how to express your new life's purpose or your changed life's purpose. Now you know how to find your Ikigai, but I can talk all day long, but if you're like me, you really like to have this in written form. So I have a treat for you, a free PDF that will help you kind of a fill in the blank, all written down for you, where you can bring all these things together and meditate on it and reflect on it and just really experiment with what your life's purpose is. Now, I have to say, you're not going to be able to fill this thing out and say, oops, there it is, my life's purpose. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some reflection. It's going to take some brainstorming. So if you go in the description below, you'll follow a link and it will bring up the free PDF and will also ask you for your email address. And please do that so that you can keep up with some of the things that are going on in the Reinventing universe. I look forward to hearing from you and I hope that this is helpful. Have you ever found your passion, your mission, your vocation, or your profession? Have you ever just gotten out of bed thinking, I don't want to get out of bed this morning? Leave your answer in the comments below. Don't forget to download your free PDF Ikigai guide. I guess I can say that, Ikigai guide. I kind of like that. Don't forget to check out my other videos that help you find your life's purpose, and YouTube thinks you might like this video, and my lovely faces here for you to like, subscribe, and click on the bell notification. Have a great one.